is Shelby, and I'm going to be showing you today on my Gelding Wiley here how to use standing wraps as well as polo wraps, which I'll be showing you on the front leg. The standing wraps we'll be doing on the hind leg. So first, we're going to take our standing wrap. We're going to gently kneel down, let them know we're here. You're going to take your wrap around the leg, kind of right in this general middle vicinity, all the way down. We want it firm but not too tight. The whole point is that this wrap is really good for pushing out excess blood flow that we need for them. If they have stocked up legs, which he actually kind of does based off our weather, he's been standing a lot, so it helps really with good blood flow. He's had an injury on this leg right in this general vicinity, and this helped keep the swelling out, so that's really important. So these are really good for that. So we want to apply a little bit of pressure to this just to keep it in place, but not too much pressure. And we never want to pull on our tendons and ligaments in the back. We always want to put pressure on the cannon bone in the front. So once you have your wrap on, your white pillowy wrap that helps make sure we don't wrap too tightly, you're going to take your standing wrap, which is what's going to Velcro on. You're going to start on the cannon bone, roll all the way around. You don't have to do it too tight yet, just lightly, just to keep it in place. We're going to go, usually around the third one, we can start to pull across the cannon bone and down. And we're going to roll down. Usually you want to leave about ½ an inch or so. These are quite long, so you have enough to go all the way down, leaving that ½ inch. And then once you kind of get close to the bottom, just a little bit left here, you're going to start going back up the leg, leaving that ½ inch. A little hard to see with the black, but we're leaving a ½ inch all the way up to the top, applying the pressure only on the front, not back here on the front when we pull across. And then you'll get to the end. As you can see, there's some tape marks. Tape is always a good way to help hold these in place as needed once they're fully on. Take your Velcro, wrap it around, Velcro it into place. And you have a nice tight, not overly tight standing wrap, and this will help with blood flow down the leg. If you can see, it's a little hard, but his legs are a little bit swollen just from standing. It's been a harsher fall for him, so he likes to just kind of stand and do nothing. This helps with blood flow and just keeping his legs nice and comfortable. So that's kind of the basis of that. We always want to make sure we're kneeling next to them, not on the ground, so that way we can get out of the way if he were to decide to sidestep and step into me. But that's the basis for a standing wrap. Hi, so now we are going to go over how to properly wrap a polo wrap on the front leg. I will show you really quick. These are splint or sport boots. These are another alternative for polos. Not always recommended. They are a little bit more boned in here. You have to be very cautious. This goes around your fetlock, and you have to make sure you do wrap these correctly. They have Velcro. You do wrap them incorrectly. Same with polo wraps. You can put a lot of tension and pressure on the wrong parts of their leg, and when they're exercising, we want to make sure we're supporting the leg rather than causing more damage. So these are another option, but we typically like to use the polos here. Just a side note, when you get polo wraps, these ones were kind of handmade for me. They come like this, obviously really cute, but they are needing to be wrapped inverted, so that way you can actually wrap them properly. So you'll actually have to unwrap them so that they're inside out, and then that wraps them properly. So we're going to let our horse know that we're here. Going to come down. Basically, you're just going to start pulling towards you, again, on the right below the knee. Right here's where we're going to start. Keep your hand on one side, and we're going to roll. Again, same with the standing wraps. We're not going to apply pressure to the ligaments and the joints of the back. We're going to only apply some pressure to the front. We don't need a whole lot. We're going to wrap just a couple times just to keep it in place. On about the third wrap or so, then we will apply a little bit more pressure. So I'll take some, put a little more pressure on that cannon bone to keep it in place. And then we're just going to go down. Again, you can do somewhat of the ½ inch. These are pretty long, depending on which ones you get. So you just want to be careful you're not doing too much. Come down, and now we're about to get to the fetlock. So we want to figure eight it. We want to make sure we cover that entire joint area, that bone. That is what we're cupping and covering. That's really where we want to protect. So we're going to go down and around and over to protect that joint. And then we're just going to go back up till we reach the top again. Now obviously see how it's inverted, so you have your Velcro right there for you. Just unravel it. Boom. And now we have a polo wrap. Could have wrapped a little bit tighter on the top, but just to show you. So you're going to start middle, here below the knee, around, down, around this fetlock joint, so we make sure that's nice and protected while they're working. And go up, and then just tighten it right at the top, and then that's how you do a proper polo.